What would you have asked Aaron last night?
I would have asked him more direct questions about the team president and the general manager. I don't think the issue was ever Matt LaFleur. And listen, I understand this was Kenny Mayne's farewell show, and he can handle it any way he wants. So I'm not being critical of Kenny in any way. But I do think the crux of the issue here is, like the way that the front office has handled things. And really, if you want to, point to the two guys that swing the biggest sticks in the front office, it's the team president, Mark Murphy, and the general manager, Brian Gutekunst. So I think once you got past him saying, I don't have a problem with the coaching staff, I don't have a problem with Jordan, I don't have a problem with X, Y, and Z, I would have said, well, do you have a problem with the front office? I think that the answer to that question would have been really interesting.
Yeah, that's what I keep wondering. Okay, so this is the problem. How do we fix the problem? Mm-hmm. And that's what I would want to know. He cites Curly Neal and Lombardi and Favre and Bart Starr and the people and the teammates. Why would you give that up because of one or two people? Like, that doesn't make any sense. You don't play with them. You may see them. You don't have to talk to them. I didn't like members of management at ESPN, but I love the people I work with. I would hate to go, I'm just going to give all of this up because I don't like this person. And that's what I wonder. This is the best place for Aaron Rodgers to win.
So we're presuming, though, that his end game is to be out of Green Bay.
I think he's staying.
But here's what I'm saying. Like the presumption when people hear trade request, right? The presumption is always, well, the guy just wants to be out of there. When I don't think that's always the truth. Like, I think sometimes these things happen as leverage plays. And there's a big part of me, Dan, that thinks like he likes the offense he's playing and he loves Devontae Smith. We know his close relationship with his left tackle, David Bakhtiari. In a lot of ways, Green Bay's much better than the teams we've heard could be interested in trading for him, right? Much better spot for him. And he can cement his legacy forever there.
Yeah.
So
what if Denver's going to have to give up first round pick? Why would he want to go to Denver?
And that's the thing. That's the question I'm asking. So what if the end game here isn't so much I want out, it's I want you to change the way you're doing business. And if it takes me threatening to leave, me threatening not to show up, I'm going to push every button that I possibly can push to try to get you to change the way that you do business. So over the next 2 or 3 years, I have the best shot to win a championship. And let's play this hypothetical out. Was it worth it going through all of this if it means Julio Jones in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah. So if it was a leverage play and it gets the Packers to move off their spot and go get Julio Jones. And again, they'd have to move around a lot of things to make that happen. Like they'd have to do a lot of what Tampa's done, quite frankly, to get Julio Jones in. But I mean, you would be adding a top shelf weapon who's on the same timetable as Aaron Rodgers, doesn't have a ton of time left, right? And Julio would be coming into an offense he's familiar with because the head coach in Green Bay, Matt LaFleur, was the quarterback's coach in Atlanta when Julio went to the Super Bowl. So I just think in a lot of different ways, like, if you look at what Aaron Rodgers is trying to do here, I mean, maybe he wants out under the current circumstances, but maybe his ideal is that I want to change my circumstances here. And if it takes me threatening leaving to change those circumstances, then I'm willing to do that.